Yo, what's good, gang? This the Dope Guy, and I am back with another video, big dog. Man, I hope you guys are all doing well out there because I'm decent, I'm doing alright, and here I am spinning the block with content for y'all, man, on my soul. Hey, yo, today's video is surviving 24 hours on African food. Yo, I haven't done a food video in probably some weeks, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people in Africa, shout out to all my people in South Africa, you know what I'm saying? Much love, respect to everybody who be checking in with this content, who be tapping in, bro. And yo, like every time I do a food video, man, I be getting hungry. I ain't gonna hold you, and I just ate not too long ago, but I'm gonna get hungry just watching this video again, because I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dope, because other videos I've seen with the food looks fantastic. I ain't hold you. Some look kind of questionable, but most of it looks great, and I'm definitely gonna tap in with the food, bro. So I cannot wait to hop into it. But before we do that, subscribe to the Dope Guy, that way to get notifications every time I upload, and from right here on Snapchat and Instagram right across the bottom screen. So with that being said, I'm not gonna hold y'all much longer, because you already know let's go, big dog. Let's get into it. Yes, sir, Ski.
This is Jollof rice. Yeah! And it's one of the many types of African food we never hear about in many parts of the world.
Yes.
Ooh.
My team and I have traveled all the way to Ghana on a mission to explore the African foods everyone should know. From the affordable...
I like pig feet. I'm a foot guy.
Yeah.
to the ultra premium.
Go straight for it.
And by the end of this video, we'll be trying some of the most expensive African fine dining you can find in this country.
Our tasting menu can go anywhere from $100 to $1,000.
Yikes.
Yes.
Our day starts at the center of Accra City, where Nyonyo Canteen serves up a food that Nigeria and Ghana have been warring over for decades. It's called Jollof.
I heard of Jollof.
A few years ago, I went to Nigeria, and I ate
I've seen another video, I
with
believe.
Miss World Africa. Together we shared this meal, and she told me that...
Once you try this, you can try Ghana Jollof. I'm sorry.
How could I just be ignorant to the rice in Ghana?
You're not being ignorant. I'm telling you. You don't want to try it.
No.
Ghana Jollof is the best one.
This is Chef Maame, the owner of Accra's high-end restaurant known as Gastro. She'll be my culinary guide for today's journey.
I've tried jollof from a few other countries, and I think the rice makes a big difference.
Rice cooked in a fragrant tomato-based sauce.
Okay.
It's the essence of all jollof variations across West Africa. Nigerian jollof uses parboiled rice, while Ghanaians opt for uncooked basmati or jasmine rice, yielding a more aromatic outcome compared to Nigeria's more bold, smoky rice.
So, I'm Nigerian. My dad is Nigerian, but I was born and raised in Ghana. My mom is Ghanaian. I have worked in Nigeria. I have eaten Nigerian jollof from home.
Ooh, that looks so good, man. Y'all let me know if the jollof is good to y'all.
Ghana jollof.
Here, Chef Chi-Chi will take on the challenge of creating the perfect Ghanaian jollof.
First, I'm going to crush my habanero. I don't want it too smooth, so I'm going to just crush it here in an earthenware.
But there's a catch. She won't let me leave until I declare a winner between Ghana and Nigeria.
Uh-oh, now you gotta choose, bro. That's gonna be tough. But yo, man, the best part about it, he get to try both of them, bro. Fantastic.
I need to see how she makes it.
I think this is fine, so we can get into the main action. So we start with the oil.
What are the ingredients that are giving jollof the different subtle variances in flavor that people want so much?
It differs from what you add as your protein base. In this case, I'm using the flavorful tolo beef fat. This is fat from goat meat.
Oh, that's not beef at all.
I know, right?
You said jollof beef.
Tolo means goat, but we just add the beef so that people get the idea that it's derived from the beef fat. So now we are adding this paste I got from the onion, the garlic, the habanero, and then the ginger.
Ooh, well, the habanero smell is really powerful.
Damn, man.
A spicy
That looks so good, bro. I'm getting hungry again.
So I want to get it turned to dark brown. Then I go ahead to add the other dry spices. So now I'm going ahead to add my cayenne pepper, my curry powder here, and then the dried herbs. I'm going to add the tomato paste now. I go on to add the habanero now. And then the bouillon cubes. Now we just leave it to stir up for close to 30 minutes so that our stew base will be ready for the rice.
Nyonyo Canteen is located next to the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, so that means some of Chi-Chi's food makes it all the way to the mayor of Ghana's biggest city. That means it must be good.
Hell yeah.
Jollof, it depends on the amount of rice that is going into it. And you need to constantly stir it up because I want it all to marinate well together in the pan. So this is going to take close to 180 minutes because I need to be careful with jollof. Jollof doesn't need raj.
Joining are jollof, stir-fried veggies, fried plantain, fried chicken, and braised and fried goat meat.
And I like to try my rice without anything first. That's how you know it's good jollof.
Oh wow.
It's so
delicious.
good, bro.
The fat from the goat is very apparent. Savory, spicy. The heat is just a slow, glowing warmth right here in my chest. Not super spicy, and I don't even feel the spice really in my mouth. I just feel it right here. You've got bits of like goat skin here, right? And protein. It reminds me of what we tried yesterday. Because if you eat just like a nice big piece of protein like this with some intramuscular fat, that's a lot more tender. If you get a thick piece of skin, it's a little bit more chewy. But it's nice to have some different textures in there. A little bit of protein, a little bit of rice.
Damn, man, I'm getting hungry.
The type of thing. Once you get going with the spice and the rice and the protein, 2,000 calories later, you're like, what happened?
I probably had plantains like what, maybe a couple of times in my life, and it wasn't bad, bro. It wasn't bad. I think I had it when I was in Florida and when I had it in New York.
And you know, once you're having an event, everyone is looking forward to the jollof.
Be it funeral, be it naming ceremony, wedding, there's no party without jollof. And just to add to it, that's what I said in the last episode, that I just want Ghana to be remembered for jollof. Just like burger is for Germany and pasta to Italy, I want Ghana to own the jollof scene internationally.
Speaking of foods that represent Ghana, we have a lot more to see today. We're headed to 3 more locations. Oh wow, this was like quite a process. Chi-Chi, our journey is finished with you, but thank you so much. This was incredible. And thank you for not making me choose between Nigeria and Ghana.
Well, you know, it's not over yet because we were going to ask.
Right, he ain't choose yet.
We better get going.
This is the moment.
This is tough.
Let your heart speak.
How about I say it this way? I've had jollof in 2 countries. This is the best jollof rice I've ever had.
Thank you.
Is he saying that because he's there? Or, I ain't gonna lie, it looks good though. But it's on camera though. He said it on camera.
Chef Maame.
Yes.
Where have I brought you?
We are in Jamestown, Kenkey House, one of the best Kenkey house in all of Accra, they are saying.
A Kenkey house is like a bakery, but instead of bread, they're making, well, Kenkey.
Kenkey is one of our local foods made with corn dough and then cooked inside the corn husk.
The daily production of Kenkey begins with a lot of corn dough, which gets divided in half. One portion is placed in a giant pot of boiling water and mixed until it becomes thick, while the uncooked portion is set aside for later use. The corn dough itself is fermented for 3 days, giving it a distinct taste and smell.
So in a day at the Kenkey house, they start around 7 a.m. They try to make sure they get it on stove by 10 a.m. Kenkey is more like an afternoon dinner meal. So like around
gotta start early in the morning.
PM, people are looking for that
Makes
hot
sense.
Kenkey to buy. And if your Kenkey is good by 6 p.m., you're done.
So right now we have some Kenkey that's halfway through its journey.
So the next step is for them to mix in the fresh cornmeal.
Oh wow, this looks like quite a process.
Well, that's a lot of arm action. Hey, she's strong. You see the definition of arm?
She shapes it into small balls, and then she puts it inside a couple of corn husks.
Yes, they're practically like overlapping until they get all around, and then they dig a hole in it so they can twist it and push it in. So this is a technique to make sure that it doesn't unravel when they're cooking.
Okay.
Who taught her that?
Her mother started it 30 years ago, and now she's too old to actually do it. So she passed the recipe down to her, and then her and her daughter are now taking over the Kenkey business.
From here, the bundles undergo a 4-hour boiling process before they finally become soft, glutinous Kenkey.
Should we give it a shot?
Yes. You first, you need to be seated, nice position, ready to dig in. You don't want to peel everything because you don't want your Kenkey to get cold and dried up. And you got to make sure, you know, even though it's moist, you got to give it a nice...
Okay, you mix it around a little bit.
Yes.
Right.
I'm just very curious about the taste because it smells so sour. Back to the show.
It's semi, and if you get a good Kenkey, it's a nice blend of sour, savory.
It's sour. It's so sticky, soft.
This is what you want. You want a nice soft Kenkey. It's almost like Play-Doh, but stickier.
You know, when I went to a country like Tanzania, they also utilize maize, corn flour a lot, but it usually is just in the form of ugali. But I come here, and between maize, corn flour, cassava, rice, I see so many different types of carbohydrates being eaten as part of the normal diet. So why do you think there are so many different options here?
So every tribe has their own whole starch or carbohydrate that goes with them. I'm Ashanti. We're known for fufu. The Gans are known for their Kenkey. The Ewes are known for their banku. And then you have the Northerners who have their TZ. I think there's so many soups. So the Kenkey has to be good, but whatever you're accompanying the Kenkey with has to be even better.
Right here we have Chef Mame's favorite, salted pig feet soup.
Ah, you lost me with the pig feet, bro. Pig feet. I don't care where I'm at. Never in my life pig feet has ever looked intriguing. I got friends who love pig feet. I say, y'all got that one, bro. That is not for me, man. I don't care what you say. I think pig feet would never be for me, bro.
Pig's feet are boiled to reduce the concentration of salt.
I'm curious why that would be necessary to salt the pig's feet rather than just finding them fresh at the market.
So you know that a lot of our food travels back, centuries back, where fridges weren't made, and how do you keep things from spoiling, right? You're curing it with salt and you're able to leave it out without it spoiling.
In a wok, onions are fried with a generous amount of oil. Then comes a parade of spices and seasonings. Red bell pepper powder, tomato paste, tomato puree, nutmeg powder, curry powder, and a cube of chicken bouillon. Finally, the boiled pig feet jump into the oily scarlet pool. They're joined with more onions. Swirled, swirled, and swirled more, and after some time, it's finally done.
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a dip. Oh, that looks so good.
It looks good, but I don't care for it.
Yeah, you want to balance the Kenkey with a nice spicy stew. This is definitely it.
Yeah, I don't know if the sourness is coming from the Kenkey or from the stew.
It's the Kenkey.
But that adds an interesting note when combined with everything here. Otherwise, it's super savory, very flavorful, and then it's spicy too. Let's talk about those feet.
It seems like they've cooked it well where the meat is literally falling off the bone. Yes.
He's going crazy.
Oh, that's good. This is fantastic. I think since they've salted it, it's changed the texture of the meat, and it's a bit more dense.
Yes, and then it also gives the bones this soft, gritty texture. I feel like my favorite part of eating pig feet is to play with the bones at the end. You can literally chew down the bones. And you know, even though you bought the feet salty, you don't want it to be overly salty, so you cook it for a while, and then you add it to the stew.
I gotta take my watch off when I eat. I'm not a sloppy eater.
Coming up, Chef Maame will introduce me to a new kind of pancake.
I could eat this with some whipped cream and maple syrup, I think.
No, it's not that type of pancake.
And she'll invite me to try some high-end African food cooked up by Chef Maame herself.
This could potentially be one of the most expensive restaurants, depending on what you pick on the menu. You can get $1,500 dish.
But first, I want to learn how this Ghana-born fine dining chef cut her teeth in New York City.
I was born in Ghana, but I spent 24 years of my life in New York City. I started high school in New York.
After earning her culinary certificate in New York, Chef Maame honed her skills under the guidance of renowned Ethiopian chef Marcus Samuelson at his Red Rooster restaurant.
I've seen him before.
For 5 years.
What, you on them cooking shows?
I opened my place 2020 January, and then COVID hit.
Damn.
So it was sad that we had to close, but I feel like I used that time to restructure and really get myself prepared and have the concept exactly how I want it to be. So it wasn't so bad.
And how's it going now?
It's going great.
Soon we're going to learn more about your restaurant, and I'm going to be trying some Ghanaian fine dining food.
Yes.
But for now, I hope you're not full.
Yes.
We're going for more.
Tatale is a genius Ghanaian solution to overripe, unappetizing plantains.
Oh.
It turns them into an appealing pancake that flawlessly complements this bean stew known as a bobo.
Oh, I got it.
Creating Tatale begins by mashing plantains into a smooth paste. Next, flour batter, pepper paste, ginger paste, and onion unite in a flavorful mix, preparing to welcome that mushed up plantain.
You can't just use the plantains alone, because once you start cooking it in the pan, it will just fall apart. But you also don't want to add too much flour because you don't want it to become doughy.
The final step is frying.
This is palm oil. It greases the place so that the tatale will not stick into the pan. It adds flavor to it.
They look bomb, I ain't gonna lie. They look fire.
The second generation owner of this 50-year-old establishment.
I make about 500 pieces a day. I learned this recipe from my mother. She also learned it from her grandmother. It's a staple food for people from the central of Ghana.
Well, that is such a unique combination.
You can taste the ginger.
You're right. It's not just pure plantain. There's a unique texture where you can taste this partially plantain and partially some other binders kind of helping it stick together.
Very flavorful.
But yeah, it's become like pretty bready.
But not too much, you know.
Right, yep.
Just the right amount. I love the tatale. But growing up as a child, I wasn't a big fan of the aboboy itself.
Aboboy.
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 This thick stew starts with bambara beans, soaked overnight, then boiled until soft. These West African beans look a lot like chickpeas, but lack the chickpea's thick outer skin. When the beans are ready, Sika adds some pepper paste, then some ginger paste, allowing it all to cook into a thick, fragrant stew.
Very tender.
Very starchy.
Yes.
It's got like a thin
Might try that.
side. Ooh, it's already spicy.
This is why you add the plantain to balance it out.
Let's go for it. It's like the beans make it creamy. I like that.
And you know the best part about this dish is completely vegan.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
really
word?
important to me.
Yeah.
I want to ask, I've been fortunate to go to about 9 or 10 different countries in Africa, and I've just noticed that internationally, African food is not very known. Why do you think that is?
So you have countries like Italy, France, Spanish countries that are already popular when it comes to vacations and traveling.
Yeah.
Then they moved into the culinary. Now the food is very popular, but it wasn't the same for Africa. It's very rare you hear people say, I'm going to Ghana for vacation.
Yeah, it's not.
So-
It's like that because places like Africa is not known for a destination vacation spot for most people. You know what I'm saying? But when you get a chance to go there, you know what I mean. It's almost like a once in a lifetime thing. The food is fantastic. You know what I'm saying? But it flies under the radar because not a lot of people travel that way. I think that's what makes it even more unique.
Even
You know what
though
I'm saying? And slept
African
on.
restaurants were available even in New York, but it was more so patronized by the local. That are, the Africans who have moved there or, a few locals in the neighborhood who understand the food.
So not only is there not really enough knowledge about African food around the world, but when it comes to something like African fine dining, it's completely unknown. But this is a challenge you yourself have taken on, and this has become your pursuit and your life mission at this moment.
Yes. So the goal that I had for my restaurant is to be able to showcase Ghanaian dishes in a different light. So more modern and a fine dining scale. But one thing that we always try to do is we want you to still link back to the roots and still have the authentic flavors that it's supposed to have. So that's what we do at Gastro.
Okay, gastro.
Chef Maame.
Hello.
Hello. Let's talk about the dish that's in front of us right now. This is inspired by a street food that's very common in Accra. I saw it at the market recently. Can you tell us the inspiration for this dish?
So the normal kosuana meko in the streets you see is just boiled eggs and they put the pepper inside. When I decided I wanted to put the eggs on the menu, I thought of, how can I make it fun and not make it just regular eggs?
Utilizing turmeric and red cabbage, Chef Maame creates natural dyeing solutions to submerge the boiled eggs, infusing them with color.
I grew up in New York, and in the Easter time, we have these eggs. So I thought about, brought the colored idea in there.
Though dyeing the eggs makes them pretty, all the flavor comes with the toppings.
So right now I'm going to put in some red onions into our asanka. We're going to add in some peppers. We're also going to add in some kakoshito. We're going to also add in some sea salt.
Crush them.
Okay, so we're good. We're ready to add in our tomatoes. You have to make sure you get this nice and smooth. Woo! It's hot, but it's delicious. Take some pepper and put it right on top. We've pickled some onions and then we just put it on top. Garnish with spring onions, chives, dill, whatever you want. And this is how I make my kosuana meko.
All right, let's go for it. You just throw the whole thing back, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so good. The hard-boiled egg part is a hard-boiled egg, but it's about everything that you put on top of there. The first thing I feel is just heat, radiating heat.
Look how beautiful that egg look. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Why that egg look so perfectly boiled, bro? That's crazy.
There's pickled onion on here, which is really fragrant as well. It's fun and delicious too. And I love that it harkens back to something local here. It's got roots in street food. It's something I've seen here on the street, and then this is the elevated version. They're beautiful. It turned out perfectly.
Thank you, thank you.
Next, we're going to be trying something really special.
Yes.
You may not be able to tell right now, but this is a guinea fowl.
The
It
what?
started out looking like this. And this guinea fowl has been curing under a thick coat of salt for 3 hours.
Damn,
now
that's
it's
a lot of
removed
salt.
from the salty cocoon and placed on a bed of thyme, blanketed with peppercorns, garlic cloves, more thyme, and a luscious layer of duck fat.
Duck fat is wild. Never even
Once
thought of
the
that.
boiled, the baking tray is placed
Never
in the
seen
oven
duck
for
fat.
4 hours. In the meantime, let's discuss prices.
It's my understanding that this food is part of a bigger tasting menu that you're serving here.
Yes, our tasting menu can go anywhere from $100 to $1,000 per person.
So would that
Yikes.
make this potentially Ghana's most expensive restaurant?
This could potentially be one of the most expensive restaurants depending on what you pick on the menu. You can get a 30 cedi dish or a $1,500 dish. The goal is to make it so that everyone is able to dine at Gastro. Even if it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, you get to experience this fine dining version of Ghanaian dishes and such.
The guinea fowl relocates from the pool of duck fat to a pan above
I
the
jump like I'm right there cooking it.
Once the guinea fowl's skin is crackling brown, Chef Maame portions it and tops it with yachi powder and pickled veggies. Then she serves it with jollof rice.
Now, at the end of this, do I need to say which jollof
That's not
from
bad.
this video is the best?
If you want to choose violence, but I tried to keep the peace, so...
That's a good idea. Alright, I'm gonna start with this. It looks like a little lollipop.
That might be fire.
Nice crispy outer layer. And it's not tough at all. I would say it has some density to it, it has some bite to it, but it's not tough. Some nice dark meat, great flavor on there. The yaji spice on the outside really adds another dimension. I like this. Right here I got the thigh. It's such a lean bird, but amazingly it doesn't taste like it's lacking any fat.
Not too gamey. If you add a little bit of the slaw on top to it, it gives it a little sweet, spicy.
Oh, it's great. And you know, it's a small bird, so it's perfect to share to get a good taste and then move on to something else.
Right.
This is Ghanaian fine dining. This is what it should be. For you, what is your goal with this place? What do you want to do next?
Gastro right now, I believe, is doing great, but we need a Michelin star in Africa. Gastro right now may not be at the level of Michelin star, but my goal is to continue to elevate the Ghanaian dining experience to get it to the point where we have stars in Ghana.
Would that be the first Michelin star in all of Africa?
Yes, which has to change. There are so many amazing restaurants in Africa altogether, even in Ghana here, you know. I don't know why we're not there yet.
I think it's long overdue. You go to, obviously, all across Europe. That's where it originated. You can find tons of Michelin star restaurants in the USA, but especially around Asia, too. So many different places that have been recognized. And there's many ways to be recognized, but the Michelin star seems to be that one nearly unachievable sign of perfection. So I think it's a fantastic goal.
Hungry for more fun food videos? Join me on
Damn,
the
man.
Best Ever
Made me
Food
hungry.
Show, a channel that's unfiltered, raw, half the quality and twice the fun.
Oh, look, the server.
Subscribe now and you probably won't regret it.
You know, growing up, my parents don't eat pork, and I get in trouble if they find out if I ate it. So I'll literally go with a friend and we'll hide around somewhere. We'll go buy Kenkey and pig feet stew and eat it, and then I'll go home as if nothing happened.
Did you feel guilty, though?
Very guilty, but a good guilty.
Guilt,
I was
yeah.
full and happy.
Yup.
2 weeks ago, I came
Food
to a
brings
very
joy.
big
Y'all don't
wedding
know.
in Ghana, and it was a Nigerian wedding. All the A-list celebrities in Nigeria came, and on camera, I had them say that this food was good.
Oh, wow.
They said this jollof is good.
You can use that against them. That's like the culinary version of what happened with P. Diddy.
Oh, shit.
Boom, that is the end of video 2 here in Ghana. I had a great time, and I want to say a huge
Yikes.
thank you to Chef Maame.
Thank you for coming.
Can I shake your hand?
Oh, sorry.
You can find Chef Maame on her Instagram right here, or next time you're in town, you can come to Gastro and eat at this very restaurant and enjoy the food for yourself. Otherwise, guys, that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Oh, peace. Do you want to say peace with me?
Peace.
Nice. Nailed it. Bye.
Yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie, man. That Jollof Jollof, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, bro. That rice looks so good. Everything in this video, I ain't gonna lie, looks good. Just the pig feet, I just can't get down with it, bro. I can't get down with it. Pig feet has never looked intriguing to me whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? No offense to anyone who loves pig feet or who makes it. Just not my thing, bro. But everything else, I'm with it. The jollof rice, I'm with it, bro. I'm with everything, bro. Even the pancakes with the beans, that's a crazy combination, but I'll give it a try, you know what I'm saying? I'll be open to it. But the pig feet, I just can't get down with it. There's just nothing interesting about pig feet. Nothing positive for me comes with it when I think about pig feet, bro. I don't want it. I'm good. No. Cooked. Absolutely not. But everything looks good, man. Shout out to my people in Africa. Much love, respect to y'all, man. Shout out to everybody across the world who be checking out my content. You know what I'm saying? Commenting, sharing my videos, liking, doing all that good stuff, subscribing. I appreciate y'all. We're almost at 20,000 subscribers, bro. Man, bro, I need to do something special for y'all when I hit 20K. I just don't know yet. I'm thinking. I don't know what I want to do. But man, 20,000 subscribers, man, it'd be crazy when I reach that milestone. That was my goal at the beginning of the year when I hit 10K. I hit 10K back in January for those who didn't know. And now we're about to hit 20K, bro. Crazy. And I'm here for it, bro. I'm here for it. I'm glad you guys are here sticking it out with me, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate my content, my reactions, all that good stuff, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all just don't understand, man, on God. But hope you enjoyed the reaction to this video. If you enjoyed my reaction, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Dope Guy Big Dog and hit the notification bell whenever I upload. Follow me right here on Snapchat and Instagram right across the bottom screen. Any other videos you may check out, please comment under this video, my other videos, and leave likes and comments on all my videos to help grow the channel, help the algorithm for sure. Any more videos you may check out, leave a comment in the comment section below and I got y'all to spin the block. But this the Dope Guy and I am out. Yes, sir.